Let me get down and blow a fuse. Acting fool, break it way down to molecules. Yo, let me get you with my ill street blues. Bust the rhymes, always headlines, the street news. Baby girl, don't be confused. Sell my 17s and enjoy my boat cruise. I know you really wanna know who's coming through, leaving residues. Sorry, homeboy, but your flow sound used. Got to pay your dues, baby, you know the rules. Whenever I travel the world, I land cruise. If you choose to, how you get. Now I got you on super unleaded fuels. Give me room, give me some space, your excuse. When I step up in the place, then you I step correct. But I got you all in check. I got that head knob that make you your neck. But I got you all in check. And you know we come through to wreck the discotheque. But I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air and never disrespect. But I got you all in check.
You're now rocking with the best. Busta Rhymes coming through from the Flipmode Squad. Boy Scouts who I be, straight to your dome. We coming straight to your dome, bringing all you ruckus to all you rap. Boy Scouts who I be, Flipmode is the squid dog. Busta Rhymes break it down like this.
Yo, which, throw my flow. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Throw them type right out my window. Blast you with a direct blow. Coming through like G.I. Joe. Star Wars moving ill like Han Solo. Make you bounce around like this was Calypso. Always shine cause I got the high pro glow. You think that you can hide, you think you can lay low. Roll up on your ass like Hawaii 5-0. Mac out with my dreads in my Kango. Forget them, just pass the. Yo, take a trip down to Mexico. Come back with that might make you psycho. Maximum frequency studio stereo. Sorry, this is it, but homeboy, I got to go. When I step up in the place, and yo, I step correct. Got you all in check. I got that head knob that make you your neck. I got you all in check. Hey, you know we come through to wreck the discotheque. I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air and never disrespect. I got you all in check.
This speech is my recital. I think it's very vital to rock around. That's right.
On time.
It's tricky. It's the fight. Here we go. It's tricky to rock around, to rock around. To rock around, that's right. On time. It's tricky.
Went to a house and out. I had to leave real early.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, What do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver? Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. It was just third down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to roam.
Yeah, that's just the third play from scrimmage. They wanted to avoid that 3-and-out. They did. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Sit on! You change it. 180! Ready, shot! Go! Go!
From the gun, it's Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
A first down carry for Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Stopped on the play by Jaquan Brisker. Here's 2nd and 10.
At the Steelers' 18-yard line. 180! Sit hot! 180! 180! Finish up! Sit up!
From the gun, Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. It became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long.
Middle. Go ahead.
Lamar going to give this to Ali. Well, almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Here we go.
They run here with Rico Dowdle. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Don't jump. Ready? Hey, let's go. Go.
Fields. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. Each 319 just
A shotgun snap, Fields. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 41 yards.
Here we go. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now Fields. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Here we go, tonight. 551, 10.
Fields now to throw. He'll try and do this himself. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th.
That was an ugly-looking kick, and the snap, largely to blame. These special teams operations are relying on everyone being on the same page, so even the slightest hiccup can lead to some missed kicks, and that's exactly what we saw here.
Throwing is Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Ali. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
That's going to be a good matchup for him, using him out of the backfield and telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Quit, ready?
Straight ahead they go with Ali. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, He ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The Ravens at 10-2 on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
On 1st down, it's a run with Ali. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll go back to Ali. And they'll get him down right about the 20. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Jackson. He's got his run back out of the backfield. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rasheen Ali, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Ravens 7, Steelers 0.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of...
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the Ravens will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
They'll start on the ground. Here's Ali. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Alex Highsmith there on the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Report. No, we changed it.
Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Now Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Middle. Hey, report. 180.
A handoff here to Ali. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Report. 180.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Yo. What is up? UAA. 180. What is up?
Jackson now. Now he's going to step up and run. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds. Saved it.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now a 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on third down. Now it's Jackson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Back to it now after the made field goal. Here's Luke to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Now Fields going to run. Catch is made by Metcalf. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
A gain of 15. And the Steelers first down.
Terry. Don't jump.
Now run straight ahead with Warren.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Brings up second and 8.
Easy.
Here's Fields. He'll look downfield for Waller. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Darren Waller in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Boswell for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10.
It's the score. Steelers 14. Ravens 10. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 3-19, 11. Hey, can. Jump.
To throw is Fields. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And motioning left, that's Pittman. From the gun, here's Fields. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Hey, 551. Here we go. Out. Press, butt track.
Throwing again is Fields. Now he'll tuck this and run. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Out of the gun, Fields. They're going right back to Pittman. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll make it 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football. So instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's just going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
Again, Fields. That is caught. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 12-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
Here's Fields. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Here we go. Hey, 551. Go.
Back to throw. Fields. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Mike Green able to record his 5th sack of the season. So here's a 3rd and 14. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Angel. Medic.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. And the Ravens are going to get the football back at their own 17. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
First carry now for Justice Hill. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Now it's Jackson. Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in. And Andrews going to have a Ravens first down as he'll get this up to the 32. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jackson. A slant route caught by Bateman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Jackson going to keep it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
That was earning a first down the hard way. You want your quarterback to be a scrapper, but you also want to keep him upright. He paid for that first down by taking a big-time hit.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Looking to throw. Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now Lamar changing the look. Up the middle, it's Hill. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens put together a fourth quarter drive to take the lead. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Ravens 17, Steelers 14.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Now Fields. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Now he'll throw deep left side. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. .49 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Easy.
Fields now to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
331.
A shotgun snap, Fields. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Jump out! 630! Over 50! Inside!
First throw now for the backup, Rodgers. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. It will give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Ali. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets a 8.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time looked well for a solid gain.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A big play there. 56 yards. And the Ravens strike quickly to take the lead here in the fourth. The extra point splits the uprights. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Steelers 17.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Still going. And he gets this one down to the 24. 54 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
West. Hey, remember Monday. Hey, EQ.
Now it's Fields. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
A handoff for Warren. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another 1st down run right there.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Justin Fields, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. They start the drive on the ground with Hill. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage loss, but gain a few extra.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
Hey, middle.
Hill going to run left. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Here's 2nd down. Jackson. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Come on, ready?
Now a toss, left side, it's Hill. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
At the 23-yard line.
Here's Hill again on 2nd down. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. Jackson to throw. Jackson going to keep it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And I know they would have loved to have had a touchdown there to give them some cushion. But now, kick the field goal. Get the lead. Let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys on the other side of the ball.
And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If they...
Bernard churning, he lost the football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for Baltimore, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
All I ever wanted was a black Grand National. Being rational, give them what they asked for. It's not enough. Few solid left, but it's not enough. Few that are really step, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough.